So question number 27. Munds metal. Munds metal contains copper and zinc in the ratio of. So again important. Munds metal consists of 60% copper and 40% zinc. 40% zinc. So they have asked contain copper and zinc in the ratio. Ratio of copper by zinc, that is equal to 60 by 40, that is equal to 3 by 2. Answer is C. 27 option is 3. Munds metal, copper and zinc in the ratio 3 by 2. If they asked zinc and copper, then the ratio answer will be 2 by 3. Question number 28. Monal metal. Monal metal is an alloy of. So monal metal is an alloy of nickel and copper. Nickel plus copper. So nickel has around 66% is present in monal metal, and copper remaining around 31.5% copper is present in monal metal. So option is A, nickel and copper. 28A. So question number 30. White metal is an alloy of. White metal is an alloy of lead and tin. Option is C. 30 answer is C. Now 31 was cancelled. 32. Which one of the following is not an application of forging? Which is not an application of forging. We know that rail sections is manufactured by forging, chisels forging, brake pedal of an automobile forging, steel balls of ball bearing. So it is not an application of forging. 32 answer option is D. So next question number 33. The process of removing the burns or flash from a forged component in drop forging. Process of removing is called trimming. So 33 option answer is choice is C. Question number 34. The electric resistance welding operates with whether it is low current high voltage, high current low voltage, low current low voltage, high current high voltage. So electric resistance welding is basically a high current low voltage process. High current and low voltage. So the current values are around 10,000 amps approximately. So 34, the answer is option B, high current low voltage. Focus number 35. Spot welding, projection welding and seam welding belongs to the category of. So just as a straightforward question, answer is option D, resistance welding. So resistance welding can be classified into spot welding, seam welding, projection welding. So the below figure shows the spot welding process. So only one spot is produced. This basically is the welded nugget, and as discussed earlier, it's a high current process. So here high current process with around 10,000 approximately 10,000 amps high current low voltage process. So this one is basically seam welding process. So multiple spots are produced and there will be a wheel electrode which will be revolving and over the workpiece to produce seam welding, and this one is basically called the projection welding, and these are basically the welded nuggets, workpiece and the electrodes are shown. So yet another question was also asked. So that question is question number 36. The number of zones of heat generation in spot welding process. So in this nugget, this is basically a heat generation zone. How many zones are produced? So answer is option C. 36 option C. That is one is here, 1 near nugget and the weld piece. So total 3 here, 3 plus 1 plus 1, total 5. So number of zones of heat generation in spot welding are option is C, 36C. So question number 37 was again cancelled. So let's move on to question number 38. The ratio between oxygen and acetylene gases for neutral flame. So neutral flame, the oxygen and acetylene is in the ratio 1:1. Option is B. But let's see other types of flames also. So basically there are three types of a flame. One is a neutral flame, the other one is oxidizing flame, the other one is carburizing or reducing flame. Neutral flame, there is an outer envelope and the inner cone. The inner cone temperature is very high, 3040 3300 degrees centigrade. So the oxygen and acetylene is in the ratio of 1:1. So for oxidizing flame, the quantity of oxygen is more, and we have an outer envelope which is small and narrow. And for carburizing flame, the oxygen content is less. So here the oxygen content is more. Carburizing flame, there are basically three zones. One is the bright luminous inner cone, there is the acetylene feather, and third one is the blue envelope which is surrounding it. So here the temperature of acetylene or the carburizing or reducing flame is lesser. So this is basically used for low temperature applications like brazing, soldering, etc. And oxidizing flame, due to the presence of excess oxygen, so oxidization takes place. So it is beneficial for welding of copper and copper based alloys. So our option is neutral flame, the ratio in which the ratio between oxygen and acetylene gases is in the ratio 1:38. Option is B. So question number 39 and 40 are related to thermit welding process. So question number 39, thermit used in thermit welding process is a mixture of, answer, thermit is a mixture of aluminum and iron oxide. 39 option answer is B. And the temperature developed during thermit welding process is of the order of, so 40, the answer is C, 2500 degrees centigrade. So let's see a schematic of the thermit welding process. So thermit is basically Fe3O4 plus An. So this is basically thermit welding, thermit, also called thermit. So and finally after welding we get Al2O3 and Fe is produced, aluminum oxide and iron. So this is basically used for railroad joining of rails. You can Google thermit welding and see several images where people are taking crucibles for joining of railroads, etc. So it is also used for welding of field equipments, large field equipments. This process is used. So thermit is a mixture of Fe3O4 and aluminum powder. The temperature is around 2500 degrees centigrade. Final product will be around Al2O3 Fe, and it is used for welding of railroads, etc.